everyone, welcome to Life on Board, Amy Jo. And it's another day. It's quite nippy this morning, hence why I've got my fleece on. And excuse me a second. Come here then.
Smudge wants to be in on it today.
Smudge wants to be in on everything today as well, don't you? So yes, it's another day today. We're continuing our cruise up the Stafford and Worcestershire Canal. But we've got a few stops on the way, haven't we, Chris?
Yeah, we need to stop for a little bit of shopping. So I think Compton, there's a
little convenience store. Yep.
Local, and then we need to find some diesel.
Yeah, we're getting a bit low on the diesel.
Yeah.
Although I've got to admit, Amy Jo's done really well on the diesel front.
It's just that Steve panics if it goes below 3/4 of a tank. So.
Yeah, I like to keep the tank full. You never know
when
you're going to need diesel, and there's a couple of places further up the canal that we can fill up with. So we'll see how we get on with that.
Yeah, we'll just top up today. We may make it onto the Shropshire Union. I don't quite know.
Depends on that. Depends on the time.
Depends on how we feel, and if we see somewhere nice to moor up, we will.
Yeah, and of course you're welcome to join us as well. So sit back and relax, and we'll get things on the road. After our overnight stop at Whitwick, we continue our journey northwards on the Stafford and Worcestershire Canal, past Whitwick Lock and Whitwick Mill Lock. A brief stop at Compton for some shopping. And then we continued down towards Aldersley Junction, where, if you remember, we turned right for Birmingham. However, this time straight on to Alderley Junction, onto the Shropshire Union Canal, a short stop for water, and finally moor up just after the M54 and just before Bridge 6. Well, overnight stop, as we said, now underway, going past Mermaid Cruises. Although they seem to be having a good season because there's no hire boats here. And then just up ahead is the first of today's locks. Chris has already gone ahead with Smudge to set the lock. We've just had a couple of boats go past us, so it's against us. So I'm just taking our time, taking it slow, waiting for Chris to get the lock ready. I'm now in Crompton, and Chris has gone off to find a convenience store which is literally a few hundred yards up the road. So we're going to have a brief stop here and then we're going to continue. That's it, we've got the shopping and Chris is just setting the next lock ready for us to go through. Looks like the levels are well down, which they usually are in the middle of summer, towards the end of the season. And the fact that we haven't had a lot of rain, there hasn't been much to replace these overspills, which maintain the levels on the canal, are just not moving. This impressive steel girded bridge used to be a railway line. Unfortunately, during the cutbacks of the 60s, this railway line is no longer used, but it has now become a public right-of-way walkway, and it's very popular with walkers and cyclists, dog walkers alike. Quite an impressive bridge. Must have taken them ages to put all those rivets into the steelwork. Gives the age of the bridge away, doesn't it? Interestingly, once again, as we near the Wolverhampton 21 at Aldersley Junction, the water has started to clear again, and we can see shoals of fish in the bottom, although your camera's probably not picking them up that well. So, those of you that have been following our adventures this season will probably recognise this place. The signpost probably gives it away. But yes, it's Aldersley Junction, and that lock through there is the start of the Wolverhampton 21. Do you remember those?
I do.
Chris does, she says. So yeah, so we've gone full circle. So we went through the Wolverhampton 21 into Birmingham, down through Birmingham to Stratford upon Avon, Stratford upon Avon down the River Severn, back up the River Severn to here. What an adventure we've been having. So, having passed Aldersley Junction, we've stayed on the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal, and we're retracing our steps now back towards the Shropshire Union Canal. And this is Aldersley Junction. Dead ahead, you carry on the Stratford Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal and on to the Trent and Mersey. So we're doing a right hand turn, we're doing a left hand turn back onto the Shropshire Union. Well, we've made the turn at Alderley Junction and we're now back on the good old Shropshire Union that we know so well, and we've stopped at a water point to fill up with water. Chris has got a stack of washing she needs to catch up on, so we're going to take the opportunity to fill up with water and get the washing done. And we're going to be really cheeky, we're going to sit on the water point till the washing's done, unless somebody else comes along and wants the water point, in which case we'll move.